Okay, you tube psychos, it looks like I've fixed just about everything in town. So when I get to that point, there's nothing left to fix. I start crafting. How would you like to learn how to make a lamp out of almost anything? But the example we're going to use today is a bottle. Could be like an Absolut vodka bottle, a Tanqueray gin bottle. We're going to be using a Pinot Grigio bottle because that's what we have. You don't need many supplies. It looks really cool when you're done. You're going to feel proud of yourself that you made a lamp out of whatever. A can of paint, a bottle, empty bottle, a bowling pin. The skills I'm going to teach you are transferable to any object. Object D lamp, we would call it after we were finished. So let's show you what we're going to need to get this done, and then let's get it done because it's only going to take a few. My crazy friends, we're going to need a lampshade for when we're done, of your choice, style, color, price, whatever. A couple of things to make this real easy, and these are available at hardware stores and home centers, is like a make-a-lamp kit, which comes with the socket, the cord, and a couple of plugs that fit right in the mouth of most bottles. Or if you were making a lamp out of an old strong box or something, you could drill to that size and still use the plug. We're going to need a lamp harp to hook our, to attach our shade, lamp shade to. This is a special drill bit for drilling glass. In this case, it's a 1/2 inch size, and follow the instructions that come with it. They don't want you going too fast with it, and they want you being real careful because it can bind like halfway through the drilling process and crack your work. So you want to be careful with that. You also want a light bulb for when you're done, and whatever you're making the lamp out of. A drill. We're going to use this nice Italian Pinot Grigio bottle. We're going to keep the label up at the top, but I don't like the back label because number one, it has a barcode on it. It's got like serial numbers, ingredients, and stuff like that. Plus, this one is ripped, but I don't like them anyway. So I've got an old rag or sweatshirt here to work on to drill the bottle, but I'm also going to use it to work on the bottle with. I got a single edge razor blade here, and carefully we're going to remove that back label. My solvent of choice for the last 20 years has been a spray brake cleaner. You know, as long as you don't have to worry about taking the paint off or something. So I'm going to spray a little on this paper towel that I've already used like 15 times for different other stuff. Just a little squirt. And this brake cleaner really takes everything off. This glass drill bit, they don't want you using it on hammer drill. They don't want you going over 2,000 RPMs. They want you pressing straight down on the work, but not pressing too hard. And basically letting the bit cut its way through. That's way big enough for our purposes, and we're going to go with that. We got a little wine in the bottom of the bottle there, and it's got a little glass dust in it. It's looking pretty scuzzy. It would probably be a good idea to get that out now. Okay, I've cleaned out the sludge from the inside. I just poured some water in the top and held my finger over the hole that we made and shook it around and poured it out, and then I just wiped it down with an old cotton rag, an old cotton t-shirt. So we're about ready to start assembling. There's instructions on the back if you need it. So the kit comes with 3 nipples. We're going to find the one that's closest fit to this bottle. So I take the cord and I kind of run it through my fingers, just kind of straighten it out because it's been in the package for a while. We're going to stick it through the hole and just kind of feed it up to the top of the bottle. There we go. Okay. The wire goes through, and we want that lock nut inside the bottle. So the wire goes through there first. Pay attention to the picture on the back of the instruction sheet. Then it goes to this metal plate. In a so that it faces downward. Lamp harps come apart by squeezing, and we get the base. So what we're trying to do is squeeze everything together between that lock nut and the base of the socket to compress that spacer to fit into the bottle cap. So we want to get everything on that's supposed to get on. Lock nut, spacer, the metal cap, the base of the lamp harp, and then the base of the socket, of course, with the lock nut unscrewed. Let's just take that lock nut out completely because okay, so now we want to just kind of screw this stuff together here. I'm going to put a knot in my lamp cord so it doesn't get pulled accidentally inside the bottle and I have to start all over again. We'll take that out later. I've grabbed a small pair of channel locks to hold this lock nut while I turn the base of the socket to tighten everything up, to expand that plug to fit tightly in the... Oh, that's getting there. Another half a turn and we got it. Okay. Perfect. So you see how that metal cap they give you just perfectly covers the top of the bottle. There's our lamp harp pieces. We don't need these two spaces. We can get rid of those. Probably get rid of this sweatshirt at this point because the bottle's not going to be laying down anymore, because as you can see the cord's coming out the side. The bottle stands on its own. When we put this lamp harp on, it's going to go right in there. Okay, so let's wire up the socket. So all lamp cords are indexed to neutral and hot wire. If you feel along the edge of the cord, one side is going to have a couple of ribs on it and the other side is going to be smooth. The national standard is the one with the ribs is going to go on the lighter screw on the socket. You see how one screw's brass and one screw's silver? So the one with the ribs, and this is all in the instructions, you don't have to write it down or anything. The one with the ribs is going to go on the side with the lighter screw. So I'm just going to loosen up both of these screws now. I'm going to take this brass off, which also is going to come off with the cardboard liner inside. Cardboard liner, brass cover. Okay, set them aside. Loosen up your two lamp socket screws. Feel the one with the ribs. And then we want to kind of make a hook out of the wire. And because when we tighten this screw, we tighten clockwise. We want the hook facing clockwise. So as it tightens, it doesn't squish away. Did you see that? Okay, now we're going to tighten it up. Got to be snug. Flip it over and do the other side. Make drain relief knot at this point so that if the cord gets pulled, it won't get pulled out of the socket. But the key to doing this is keeping the knot up as close to the bottom of the socket as possible. Okay, so keep moving it up as you tighten it. You see that? That should just be about perfect. Now, let's pull the cord through. The lamp harp is this way, so we want the on-off button in the opposite axis. Slip our cardboard liner, which is an insulator, and then we're going to slip our brass lamp socket cover and snap it in place. Snapped in place. Now we can put our lamp harp on by lifting up these little covers Just kind of squeezing it and putting it in place and letting go, and then those little covers lock it in place. Let's put a bulb in there and plug it in. I don't know if it's on or off, so we're just going to plug it in. Okay. A small screw like this on it, I like to put like my fingernail right under the head of the screw, my other hand on the handle of the screwdriver, and I'll just line it up without dropping it. And if I do drop it, I try to keep my eyes on it at all times as it's rolling around so I don't lose it. And cinch that up nice and tight. Not quite done yet. I want to protect the label so it doesn't get scuffed and scratched off. A couple of months ago I picked up at a craft store this triple glaze spray paint. It's clear and it gives a glass-like coating. It's a high gloss finish, non-yellowing, fast drying, ideal for crafts and decorative projects. So I've never used it before. I'm covering up the manufacturer's name because I don't have any sponsorship yet. I'm wiping down the glass real quick just to get any fingerprints off before I apply this clear coat, which would permanently lock those fingerprints in there. So when I'm done spray painting, so that I can use it again in 3 months without the nozzle being all full of dried paint, what should I do? So right now we've been spraying, right? So we got stuff coming out of the can, okay? So I'll turn it upside down and I'll push the button for whatever it takes until the paint stops coming out, and that means your nozzle's clear. Watch. Thanks for sticking with me through this, my YouTube friends. The cost of this project was 10 for the lamp harp, 10 for the socket lamp kit, 10 for the shade, 30 bucks, and you got a beautiful lamp. It could have been a Tanqueray bottle, it could have been a Stolichnaya bottle, it could have been a Grey Goose bottle, a Dom Perignon. So I hope you enjoyed it. Sub to my channel while you're here, because not only do I fix everything in town, but I'm also an expert at crafting stuff. So leave any comments in the box below. That's what it's there for. Rate the video. I'm Dino Pinch. This is my handyman zone, and I'm saying see you later.